In the Pfaff Creative Icon 2, there is a tapering menu that we want to kind of go in, explain, and also show you a couple different uses for it. And I love to use this with decorative stitches. So anytime this little feature is showing, that means that of the stitch that you have selected, that means it is a taperable stitch. So what does that mean? Now, before I go too far, you will notice that if you have this menu open and this menu off to the side here, what's going to happen at the top of this stitch, you're not going to be able to see. Yes, you can kind of collapse this down a little bit, but you might not be able to see exactly what's going on here because once we select tapering, you will see there's something in its way. So there is a way around this, so let me show you. That little reverse button is to tell you that when you want it to taper at the end, you'll touch the reverse button, the one right up here on the front of the machine, to end it, and then you'll get that same taper at the end, or a different one if you select so. So let's first work with this because I like to leave my stitch menu open when looking for a stitch that I want to taper in the first place. So remember, these menus are movable. So you can leave that one up there if you want, but if you move this one out of the way or down here, you will be able to see what I'm showing you. So we've gone into the satin stitches. We're just in menu 4.1 and we've selected stitch number 2. If I go ahead and just select another stitch, you'll see that just the stitch is going to appear. So what are we talking about? In the tapering menu, we have an option of getting the end to taper. Now this is mostly done with just a traditional satin stitch, but I'm totally showing you some fun things that you can do with this. You see that there are all sorts of degrees, from 30 degrees tapered from the right side. You could do 30 degrees tapered from the left side. You can have it to do it in the middle, which may or may not look good on a certain stitch, so you just have to find what you're looking for so you can actually change it. Now in the section that says multi, you are applying this taper degree to both the beginning and the end of your decorative stitch. Well, you can have more choices because this is a Pfaff. Beginning tapering, you could choose to be 30, and the end tapering, you could have it be 120 degrees in the middle. You get to choose that. I will tell you, probably start off with the multi because then it will apply to the size that you're working with and kind of give you a fun look. Look how it's going to end. Look how it's going to begin. So now that we have an idea, as we take a stitch, choose tapering, and then you can kind of go through the different degrees or options to see which one might apply to that particular decorative stitch the coolest. Oh my gosh, you could have so many different opportunities here. So a main reason why you might want to taper. Let's say you wanted to do this decorative stitch in a full square. What you're going to have here is an angle that when you finish that corner, you can then turn and pivot 90 degrees and have a really pretty edge or corner that looks planned. A lot of times people do use that 45 degree, let's go this one, because then when you do a 90-degree pivot, but the other degrees do let you do other styles too. So that means every single stitch in your machine, let's do from the menu 4.2, let's just pick that one, that's taperable. We can come and have some fun with the way that stitch is going to start and end. So you can play around with both the beginning, the end, or have it be the same. Every time you pick a new degree, you'll have a different taper. So give that a try, stitch out some of the styles, and let me know which one your favorite is in the comments below. Now, if you do want to binge watch all of the Pfaff Creative Icon 2 videos, we've got a link below where you can start at the beginning and watch everything in order, and that would be watching the playlist. Click that link, and you can start from the beginning, learn all the sewing techniques first, and then the second half we go into all the embroidery videos. Plus, we have a whole bunch of online courses dedicated to mastering your Pfaff Creative Icon machine.